Welcome back. So all quiet on the equity front. Let's figure out what's happening in commodities. We have Manisha now in the studios to tell us what the latest is. Manisha, good morning. Take it away.
Morning, and thank you for that, Sylvia. I'm looking at the crude oil prices because while the Brent is holding around 76, it is the U.S. crude oil prices which have actually surged more, and so much so that the gap between the WTI and the Brent seems to be narrowing right now. It is also because the U.S. inventories have posted the largest decline in almost 10 years. The markets were anticipating perhaps a decline of 2 million barrels. What we got is 11.5 million barrels. And now with that, you're looking at the U.S. inventories trading at around 420.9 million barrels there. Well, apart from that, the U.S. gas stocks actually has seen a bit of an increase, and that's weighing onto the market as well, because this is soon going to be a driving season demand that you will be looking at in U.S. And with the way the inventories seem to be increasing there, could be perhaps capping gains there. But more interestingly, it is about the geopolitical premium that the crude oil prices seem to be holding. Well, most experts tell us that crude would be at 64, 65 if it wasn't for the war that's happening between Israel and Iran right now. So that war premium stands at $10 a barrel in case of crude. We still do understand that there is a missile exchange continuing between Israel and Iran. And even as there has been a hope that energy in sense of energy facilities, infrastructure and export would not be hampered, but the latest reports tell us that Israel's Bazan oil refinery complex has sustained some damages. Not just Israel, when you look at Iran, well, there as well, South Pars field, which is the world's largest natural gas field, also has been hit and has been, the production there has been partially suspended. So there is some impact now coming in for gas and crude oil in both of these countries there. And this, the market tells us, is the biggest threat perhaps to oil market since Iraq invaded Kuwait. That was in 1990, and then 1974 when that was Arab oil embargo. All hopes and all eyes, perhaps, that nothing really happens or conspires when it comes to Strait of Hormuz there. That is what the street is looking at. Also, there's a lot of statement coming in from the maritime agencies, shipping agencies as well, advising their commercial ships at the Strait of Hormuz to stay away from Iran borders there. It is sailing close to Oman now to avoid Iran waters around the strait there. Interestingly, Strait of Hormuz itself is a 33-kilometer wide within its at its narrowest best, and much of it is into the international waters there. At this point, we do understand that 100 to 120 ships are sailing via Strait of Hormuz. That is the kind of data that has been coming in for last week or 10 days. So no impact as of now on the ship movement, but there are various reports coming in. The Gulf of Oman also is bordered by Oman and Iran on one side, UAE and Pakistan on the other side. So at this point in time, there's nothing that is happening there, but the street clearly keeping an eye on that. In the meanwhile, you also are looking at electronic interference with commercial ship navigation systems. That has been on a surge in the last 1 month, is what reports suggest. And then apart from that, the average earnings for the shipping industry also seems to be surging. Last week, it was at $20,000 for supertankers, which stands at $50,000 as of early morning today. So clearly, lots happening when it comes to Iran, Israel and Strait of Hormuz.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. You know, just